Hi everybody, SpiderWebNinja here. Welcome back to another episode for Cute and Cozy Tutorials. Today we're going to do a tutorial for a cute and cozy 50s style diner. This is adorable! Today's tutorial is in the Java edition 1.14.2. And I'm also not using the vanilla texture pack. I'm actually using one called Monsterley and it's 32 resolution. I have put the link in the description if you like it. I just forgot to turn it off when I did my recording, and I'm not going to build this thing all over again. So the texture pack that I'm using is in the description. I hope you like it. It's not really that different. It's just got some smoother textures and a tad bit more detail. So first, we're going to go to the tutorial, and then we'll take a tour of the entire diner. So let's get started. So the main building is 23 by 19. And I'm going to start with the back side, the back corner. And we're going to place 7 blocks in a row. Then we're going to turn. We're going to go out 1. We're going to turn back and go back in 1. And this one is actually going to be 7 blocks from this outer one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to turn back in. Then we're going to turn back the original direction, and it's going to be 7 more blocks. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now here's where we're going to make sort of a half circle ellipse pattern going out. So we're going to turn and go in 1, turn and go out 1, turn and go back in 1, turn and go back out 1. Now this is going to be 7 blocks, starting from this outer block, going in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. We're going to mimic this corner over here on the 7th block. So go in 1, out 1, in 1, out 1. These should be lined up, which they are. We are going to go in 7 blocks, and this corner block is the 7th block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This block should line up with this one here, and it does. Now we're going to turn, and we're going to add 1 block here. We're going to skip 3 blocks because this is where our glass doors go. We're going to place 1 block right there. Now we're going to basically create that pattern right over there, but right here, and it's going to be, so starting on this corner block, I'm going to go in 1, turn and go out 1, turn and go back in 1, turn and go out 1. Then starting on this outer block, you're going to count 7 blocks, including this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We're going to mimic this other side, but over here. This 7th block is your first block, so 1, go in 1, turn, go out 1, turn, go in 1, turn, go out 1. This should be exactly symmetrical, and it is. Over here is our door to the outside courtyard, but we're going to skip a block because this is where the door will go. Put 1 block here and 1 more over. Then we're going to flip, and we're going to go this way now. We're going to turn and go outward 2 more blocks. Then we're going to turn and go inward 1, turn, go back outward 1, turn, go inward 1, turn, and place 1 more block. All right, so this last block we placed is now our first block for this line. This line should be 9 blocks long. Let's see if this works out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And I think it's working because we need to turn and go in 1 here, turn and go out 1, turn and go in 1, and it matches up perfect. I'm going to fly up and give you an overview. So this is what your final base of the structure should look like. I'm going to give you just a few seconds, and then we'll move on. Now we are going to build up each corner of the entire building, which we might punch out and add glass later, but we're going to build up each corner and transition 3 blocks high with the same material that we're using as the base, and that would be cyan concrete. We're going to build it up 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, And we're going to do this around, whoops, not there, each corner. So just like this, I've built up. Now we'll also do this corner, 3, and we're going to go to each of the corners of this building and we'll be right back. All right, so here you can see I've built up 3 additional blocks from the base on each of the corner transitions. I'm going to give you a few seconds to take a look. So the total height here for each of the corners is 4 blocks since we went up 3 from the original base. All right, before we add in some white accenting to our walls, we're going to come across this top 4th block with the cyan concrete, and we are going to connect all of the pillars with a wall across. I'm going to finish all this and be right back. All right, now we've got the top of the walls complete. It's starting to come together. Let's grab our white concrete. We're going to add some white accenting in each of these whole spaces. On this side, since this is the kitchen, 2 blocks on this side, 2 blocks on this side. Every other window is just 1 block of white on each side until you get to the front. This is where the jukebox will be. So we want to put our white in the 3 center blocks. I'm going to finish up these other windows and we'll be right back. All right, so here we have some white accenting on the windows. The next thing we're going to do is take our white concrete. We're going to add 1 layer of white all the way around the wall outline. Let's do this and I'll be right back. All right, there we go. All right, the next thing we're going to do is add a layer of cyan glass blocks above the white layer, all the way around. And above that, we're going to put gray concrete above the glass blocks, just like this, all the way around. I'll finish up that, and then we'll be right back. And here we are with the glass all around and the gray concrete above that. Our next step is beginning to fill in the roof. So what we're going to do is take cyan concrete and line the inside of the gray concrete all the way around. We're also going to make the cyan concrete 2 blocks high, just like this, all the way around on the inner side here. After this, I'll be right back. All right, so now that that's done, pick a corner and with your gray concrete, place it right like that. We are going to create, oops, not that way, a line of gray concrete inside, just like this, following this top layer of the cyan concrete. We're going to do this all the way around. So we're going to fast forward through this. Each of these, we're going to fill in the 1 block space. That just evens it out. And this one, we fill in those 3 block spaces. So we have the top that looks like this. What we're going to do at this point is 1 block away from this little corner that sticks out. I'm going to create a line of the gray concrete that connects the back to the front, just like that. Count over 5 blocks, 4, 5. On the 6th one, place the gray concrete, come out and connect with that side, just like this. All right, so this intersection, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 6th one, which is in line with this gray, extend your gray out and connect that. Just like this. This section right here is what we're going to build up, create a little window that overlooks everything. I'm going to back up here for just a few seconds, and then we'll get on with the next step. All right, the next thing we're going to do is around this 5 by 5 square, we're going to take our cyan concrete, and we are going to line this right above the gray concrete, just like that. Next, we want to take our white concrete, and everywhere there's a hole in the line of this gray concrete, we are going to cover with white concrete, just like this. we'll connect these two just like that so there's not an odd looking hole. Next thing we're going to do is build up on the four corners of the cyan concrete here. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, each of the corners of the cyan concrete I think are going to be white. So let's build this up. 4 blocks. Each corner. Just like that. Actually, an afterthought is this very top block, we're going to make it a sea lantern. Next thing we'll be doing is using gray concrete to connect each of the lanterns right here, all 4 sides. Now we're going to take our white concrete. We're going to put a placer block here in the corner just so that we can place the concrete above. We're going to fill in, whoops, the entire ceiling. All right, so our base structure is coming along nicely. We still need to add some details around the outside and on the roof, and then decorate the inside. All right, the next thing we're going to need is quartz slabs and end rods. For the top of the roof, we're going to add some neon lighting right here in each of the corners. Just like that. We're going to use quartz slabs on each of these corners where the white just has a hard drop here to the gray. I think this helps give a little bit of a transition. And you know what? I think to make this look right, we might need to do this. Now we'd like to add in our quartz slabs all along the ledge here. Next, you can take some glass panes, any color you wish, but I really feel that the clear glass works best for up here. Just like that. But before we move to the inside, we're going to add some of these quartz stairs to the outsides of the windows and the door here, just like this. 3 above the window, and then 1 half slab down. This gives us a little bit of character around these windows on the outside, a little bit of a ledge. And 1 last window here. There we go. Now let's move to the inside. All right, so the inside needs lighting. You can choose to put your lights wherever you like, but I really feel that each section needs 2 lights. And I hang them with 2 end rods. And then I felt like a bone block looked very 50s-ish, like a 50s lamp hanging there. This adds a good amount of light. We will also be adding light underneath our checkerboard floor. But before I forget, we want 4 end rods in each of these corners, and as you'll notice, those are actually quartz blocks. I'm going to show you what I did really quick. When I was on the top there, in between my clip recording, I decided that taking out this corner white concrete and adding the quartz slabs, I think it made the entire roof blend in a little bit better. I really like how that looks. What we also want to do now is let's go ahead and add in our windows. I'm just using clear glass panes. And the last window will be here. We're going to do something a little bit different here because that's the order window. All right. If you want to go ahead and add in your glass door now, you can do that. But remember, actually, yeah, we're going to have to change the floor. So go ahead and pop that out. Not like that. These glass doors will come out like that on both sides. Almost as if they're always open, waiting for customers. Go ahead and take your end rods again. And you can choose where to add your neon lights. I pretty much just go around right underneath this cyan line, right on the other side of this glass, on the inside of the glass, almost all the way around. Actually, what I did here was leave it completely blank, but we need a little something, and I kind of like a quartz block, a quartz slab, I mean. Since this one was 7 blocks and not the typical 5 or 6 where they were even, I added a stair, a quartz stair, upside down right there on the over the kitchen, and I think that helped tie it all together and make the kitchen look a little bit different. I really like how that looks. All right, now let's focus on the floor. This is your typical checkerboard pattern. I'm going to start at the front door and work my way all the way around. So let's start making this checkerboard pattern, just like this. Let's do that. I'm going to fill in this entire area, checkerboard black, and we'll be right back. All right, we have all of the black checkerboard pattern in, and I've went ahead and added in all my light sources underneath where I'm going to put some of the quartz slabs. If you have enough quartz slabs, you can go ahead and basically for your white block, just use quartz slabs. On my survival build of this project, I only used the quartz slabs above where I had lighting, and then I used white concrete for the rest. But I think just for the sake of this video, we're going to use all quartz slabs. At least it will give it a uniform look. So I'm going to finish filling in all of the white, and we'll be right back. All right, so it appears that I have been playing the Bedrock edition a little too much. I'm used to light being able to shine through slabs. So in some of the spots, if you're using the Java edition like I am right now, you will want your light source directly there, and you're going to have to use white carpet over it. All right, so now that the floor is all in, we can start working on the interior. And because interiors are sort of just personal, you know, someone might want to build this and they might want the kitchen over here on this side and seating over there. They might want to put the jukebox here and maybe seating over here. So what I'm going to do is just finish decorating the entire inside, and then I'm going to come back and just show you what I've done. And this is really just to give you some inspiration ideas. So we'll be right back. So I did a little bit of decorating on the outside, and you walk in, and here is the jukebox. I used note blocks right here. I think that they look like speakers. I put some item frames on the sides. I put more note blocks over there. And I put records back there. I left this space open. As you can see, I put an item frame on the top there and right here. Just makes it look like this is the area where you pass through a record. All right, so let's go in to the eating area. Lots of seating for customers. Got some decorations. Since this is using the Java edition, we can put carpet on top of iron bars. I believe that the Bedrock edition, you can't do that. It has to be a fence post. So I used prismarine. These chairs are prismarine stairs. And some bookshelves, flower pots, some paintings, and of course records are all over the wall because this is a 50's diner. We've got more iron trapdoors with shelves and leaves up there and up there. Got some leaves over here, and this is probably my favorite part, is the kitchen. Look at this. So you can't access it. Oh yes, you can. You push the button on this side to get through. So over here I've got, first, this is the little order window, the window from outside. So people can be in the courtyard seating, which we're going to go out there in a minute, and they can come up to this window and pick up their order. So, oh look, there's a baked potato waiting for someone. So we've got the refrigerators, we've got some cutting plates, a smoker here, and of course there is a campfire underneath that. I love how it makes it look like it's nice and smoking. A couple of regular furnaces, and I like how in the Java edition I can share spaces. So I have an item frame on this back wall with a cup in there and a pressure plate here. I'm pretty sure you cannot do that in the Bedrock edition. I think I've tried that before. But so as you can see, above the oven, the stove, and the smokers, we've got some quartz stairs and then iron trapdoors underneath it. I think it looks like a vent hood. So we've got sinks where you can wash up. Now, one little thing I want to mention is both in this corner and this corner, I took out the 3 cyan concrete that was right here and right here. That was part of the wall, and we can get away with taking those out because there was blocks on the back side. So I was able to utilize those spaces and make a little more room in the kitchen. This, I love this. This is the soft serve ice cream maker. I made this with an observer on the top, a quartz block, a lever, a hopper, and a quartz stair down there. All right, so let's take a look at the courtyard. I decided to use a birch door. Out of all the woods, I decided the birch door would look the best. So when you're in the courtyard, you can set these scenes. Of course, we've got the trash receptacles. You need to have a place to put your trash. Lots of seating everywhere. Good scenery. This path right here is for the car hops that are on their rollerblades or on their roller skates, and they bring the food to the customers out here who have parked in these stalls. So each stall has trash receptacle, note block with a button, that's where they can place their order, and lighting above, 5 stalls for orders, and that's just where the road comes in. They can come in and park whatever vehicle they're on. Of course, in this game, it's horses. And of course, we've got the banners with the letters. Diner. In a matching color. This diner would look so great in one of your worlds, or a realm, or a server you're playing on. All of the sizes around here, like the courtyard, it can be any size. You can make it any size you want. You can put the car stalls anywhere. I chose to put them on the back side here because there's a nice ocean view out that way. Got everything you need right here in this cozy little diner. So I thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can make this too. Think of some new decorations. Maybe there's something I haven't thought of yet. So that'll be all for today's cute and cozy tutorial. If you liked, thanks for liking. If you haven't subscribed yet and you want to see more of this, go ahead and subscribe so that you get the notification when I post something. See y'all later.